Passion is like a flag. Passion unites us, though we come from different backgrounds. Together, we are one. It shows us where we've been, where we are going. Passion lifts us up. When times are tough, it is a testament to our will to persevere. It is the spark to create, to innovate. It is the beginning of everything. Plant your flag. Find your passion.
Very proud of him. Very proud. It's been a long time.
I'm still in shock. Never thought I'd overcome it, but I finally got it done.
I for sure thought I was going to drop out at some point, but I didn't, and I made it. Yeah.
We've been dating since 8th grade. We couldn't do it without our family being here. We're both psych majors. We both got into our master's programs. I think we definitely needed everybody here to get to where we are.
I'm so relieved. I'm so excited to just get out into the workforce, honestly.
It kept my spirit strong, kept me encouraged, kept me laughing, kept me smiling all through college. So I really appreciated them just being in my corner and just rooting for me the whole time.
I'm just proud that she pushed through.
And for them to persevere and still reach their goals, just amazingly proud.
It means opportunity to me. It means that I can move forward knowing that I have my education, I can pursue anything I want to.
I'm proud of her. You know, she has a 4.0 GPA. She's worked 4 years to complete 2 degrees. She's gone to school every single summer, every single winter. She's done everything that I was never able to do.
Distinguished guests, welcome to the University of North Texas Spring 2025 Commencement Ceremony honoring the baccalaureate and master's graduates in the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. There we go. Our ceremony will begin in just a few minutes. Please take this opportunity to silence all cell phones and other electronic devices. For the safety of our candidates and guests, only authorized press, university photographers, staff, and graduates are permitted on the Coliseum floor. We hope you will enjoy this ceremony and remember it fondly for many years to come. Because this is a special day for all of our graduates, we ask that you stay until the end of the ceremony so that everyone will feel honored by your presence. Now, please stand as you are able and remain standing for the processional and the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of the platform party. Dr. Harrison Keller, UNT President. Dr. Albert Bimper, Executive Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. Mr. Clay Simmons, Vice President and Chief Integrity Officer. Mr. Bala Sankar Kilaru, President of the Graduate Student Council. Mr. Ethan Gillis, member of the UNT System Board of Regents. Dr. Steve Cobb, Divisional Dean for Communication, Media, and Performance. Dr. Lisa Henry, Divisional Dean for Social Sciences. Dr. Jen Wallach, Divisional Dean for Humanities. Dr. Lisa Nagaoka, Associate Dean for Research. Dr. Nancy Stockdale, the Dr. Jean Shockey, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Mr. Ernest Martinez, Chair of the UNT Alumni Association Board of Directors. Ms. Daniela Shadow, Spring 2025 Student Commencement Speaker and Banner Carrier for the Toulouse Graduate School. And Mr. Alfred Dozier, President of the Student Government Association.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting Please be seated, everyone. Good morning, or should I say good morning, soon-to-be graduates and mean green leaders of tomorrow. Y'all look amazing. Look at this incredible sea of bright faces, brimming with accomplishment and the promise of what's to come. What an absolute honor it is to stand before you this morning as your MC for this momentous occasion, the Spring 2025 Commencement Ceremony for the esteemed College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences of the University of North Texas. I would like to thank our outstanding musicians of the UNT Wind Orchestra, conducted by Dr. Andrew Tretzel, our vocalists, Chandler Head, DMA Vocal Performance, and Mong Ni Tong, DMA Collaborative Piano, for their moving rendition of our national anthem. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. To our distinguished faculty, whose dedication and wisdom have guided these remarkable graduates on their intellectual journeys, thank you. To the proud families and friends whose unwavering support has been a constant source of strength and encouragement, your presence here this morning makes this celebration even more special. And of course, to the incredible leadership of the University of North Texas, whose vision and commitment have fostered this environment of academic excellence, we extend our sincere gratitude. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. This morning, we celebrate the unmistakable power of a liberal arts education. This morning, the spotlight shines brightest on you, the extraordinary graduating class of spring 2025. You wrestled with complex theories, engaged in thought-provoking debates, and poured your hearts and minds into countless essays, projects, and presentations. You have emerged from this rigorous and transformative experience, but with a deeper understanding of the human experience, the power of communication, the intricacies of society, and the enduring impacts of the humanities. We have a truly inspiring program planned for you this morning, filled with words of wisdom, moments of reflection, and the joyous culmination of your hard work. So let's take a collective breath, soak in this incredible atmosphere, and prepare to celebrate the remarkable achievements of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences graduating class of spring 2025. Now, it is my privilege to introduce the individual who plays a vital role in our academic endeavors, our president, Dr. Harrison Keller. Please welcome President Keller to the podium, where he will recognize our graduating class and share his thoughts on this special day.
Thank you, Dean Henry, and good morning, parents, family members, friends, members of our UNT community. And to our graduates, congratulations. So today is the culmination of years of your hard work, dedication, and resilience, and the beginning of an exciting next chapter in your lives. So as you sit here today in your regalia waiting for the ceremony to be over, I would like you to take just a few minutes to reflect on the journey that you've taken to get here. Those all-nighters that you spent studying, writing papers, moments of doubt, moments of triumph, lifelong friendships that you've formed here at UNT, and the mentors and teachers who believed in you, even when you may have doubted yourself. Now, some of those experiences were shared with your friends, your family, and your loved ones, and others are deeply personal, and only you know their true impact. But you've persevered, and you've made it. And today, you're going to have the diploma to show for it. Now, I'd like to take just a moment to recognize our first-generation college graduates. If you are the first in your family to graduate from college, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you, and congratulations on this tremendous accomplishment. As you all cross the stage today and accept your diploma, you will have changed not just your lives, but your family's narratives forever. Now, to all our graduates, I want to say congratulations. Today we celebrate each one of you and your extraordinary accomplishments. Earning your degree is a powerful achievement, and I am so honored to be here with you this morning to celebrate with you. Now, here at the Denton campus at the University Union, you may have seen these words of our founding president, Joshua C. Chilton. It will be our aim to become leaders in the education of the young men and women of Texas, fitting them to creditably fill the most important positions in business and professional circles. We desire the cooperation of all who believe in higher education and who want to see our state in the very front of intellectual as well as material progress. Now, UNT was founded just before the dawn of the 20th century with a bold vision to transform the Texas frontier through higher education and a public commitment to educate future generations of professionals. And that is what you are. You join an army of Texas educators, innovators, scientists, entrepreneurs, artists, and creative problem solvers who will go into the world to innovate, inspire, and lead towards a better future. Each one of you has profound talents, and with those gifts comes a responsibility to use them to work on the world and make it better. In our classrooms, our labs, our creative studios, our practice fields, you've honed your skills, you've challenged your perspectives, and expanded your understanding of what's possible. And now it's time to take what you've learned and make an impact. So as you look forward to this next chapter of your life, I want each of you to remember 3 things. So first, I want you to know you're graduating in the right place. And second, you're graduating at the right time. Third, you're graduating with the right skills for what comes next. Now, let me share more about what I mean. First, you're graduating in the right place. You are the graduates of the largest university in the region, leading the way for the most dynamic state economy in the strongest national economy in the world. The future's already here, and opportunities to build the lives and careers you want are growing every day. That's why more than 70% of our alumni stay right here in our North Texas region. And second, you're graduating at the right time. The pace of change has accelerated much faster than anyone expected, and in some cases faster than we understand, especially because of advances in AI. Our community, our economy, our state, and our world need many more people with the kind of higher education you've attained. And third, you're graduating with the right knowledge and skills to help you take on complex challenges, learn new things quickly, adapt to whatever comes next, and realize new opportunities. Yes, our world is complex and often uncertain, but it's also brimming with opportunities for change, growth, and hope. Your UNT degree is a testament to your ability to learn, adapt, persevere, and succeed. And those qualities will carry you forward as you navigate the possibilities ahead. Now, I can see from your faces that some of you seem a little bit skeptical right now. Some of y'all aren't even making eye contact with me, right? So you've come a long way at UNT, right? But maybe you don't feel quite ready to take on the world right now. Maybe you don't feel like you know as much as you thought a college graduate was supposed to know. So here's the secret. We all feel that way sometimes. Now, it can be tempting to push that away and look at your phone, but hold on to that feeling. It's not only okay, it's really important to know you don't have all the answers. One of the hallmarks of your higher education is you've learned to appreciate the limits of your own knowledge. Now, for most of those moments, there's Wikipedia, there's Google, there's ChatGPT. But for the big important things, like finishing a college degree, all of us depend on the advice, counsel, and support of other people, especially the people who love us. And especially today, keep in mind that you are and you always will be part of a university community that's proud of you, that believes in you, supports you, and celebrates your success. So remember, this commencement is a beginning. It's not an end. We're not done. So wherever y'all are, UNT will always be with you, and you'll always be welcome home. I encourage you, stay connected to your Mean Green family. Come back to see us, come to the games, and share your wisdom with future generations, now as the newest members of our more than 480,000 UNT alumni. And remember, you're graduating at the right time, in the right place, and with the right knowledge and skills to tackle what comes next. You have a vast Mean Green network that welcomes you, celebrates you, and has your back. Congratulations, class of 2025, and go Mean Green.
Ladies and gentlemen, faculty, family, and most importantly, our graduating class of spring 2025, it is my distinct honor to introduce our student commencement speaker today, a remarkable individual who has truly made the most of her time at the University of North Texas. Hailing from our neighboring city of Fort Worth, Miss Daniela Shadow embarked on her journey here as an undergraduate and seamlessly transitioned into the grad track program. Today, we celebrate her earning her Master of Science in Sociology, along with a valuable digital sociology certificate. Daniela's dedication to both her studies and her peers is evident in her being a recipient of the prestigious Lynn Kilgore and David Michael Scholarship, which enabled her to serve as a student mentor, a teaching assistant, and success coach intern, positively impacting the lives of students here at UNT and Texas Wesleyan University. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Daniela Shadow.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniela Shadow, and today I'm graduating with my master's in sociology. And when I was elected to be student speaker for the 2025 graduating class for the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, I felt truly honored, but another part of me was asking, are you sure you picked the right person? Reflecting back on my time at UNT, my path through college hasn't been straightforward. I feel there's often this idea of what a typical college experience is supposed to look like, but this really isn't something that exists. I mean, some of us worked full-time, we took breaks, changed majors, cared for loved ones, or overcame a lot just to be sitting here today. For me, I went to an early college high school, transferring in with my associates, and commuted up to Denton from Fort Worth 1 to 2 times a week, trying not to lose my mind while traveling on I-35. And I chose sociology as my major because it was the one subject that I truly fell in love with, and the faculty and staff in the department were incredibly supportive, especially Dr. Greg, who's here with me today. They encouraged me to join the grad track program. So just after my first year at UNT, I ended up starting the graduate program. In the back of my mind, I kept thinking, what am I even doing? I mean, as many of you with class majors can relate, when you tell people you're getting a degree in liberal arts and social sciences, it's common to get questions like, that's nice, but what are you gonna do with that? Or how are you gonna feed yourself with that degree? And as a student, I think it's really easy to get in your own head, you know, comparing yourself to others, not feeling good enough, or not feeling like you're doing enough. But throughout my time at UNT, especially in my sociology classes, I realized we often don't give ourselves enough credit for all that we juggle. I mean, as a student figuring out their path in this day and age, we have a lot going on, whether it's with work, family, friends, disabilities, finances, housing, all these intersecting parts of our life are gonna come up. And what truly made this graduation possible is the support and community I've had along the way with my mom, dad, sister, friends in the sociology department, and faculty and staff have truly been a beacon of compassion, guidance, and understanding. I mean, I've struggled and changed my mind about decisions more times than I can count in this program, and each and every time, I've had a community to fall back on. So if you take anything away from this speech, go ahead and pay attention now. You don't need to have all the answers today of what you're gonna do with your degree or what your next job or future passion is gonna be. Just give yourself the grace to grow at your own pace and follow a path that may not be normal. During those times, turn to those who can provide genuine encouragement and support and will remind you of your worth when you forget it. You got this far, so trust in yourself that you're capable of more than you know. Thank you for your time, and congratulations.
Thank you, Daniela. Good morning. I'm Steve Cobb, and I have the pleasure of serving as the College Divisional Dean for Communication, Media, and Performance. It's now my honor to recognize those students that have not only completed their degrees, but have done so with distinction. Undergraduate candidates who graduate with an overall grade point average of 3.5 through 3.69 graduate cum laude with praise. Of the students in the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences graduating today, there are 104 that are graduating cum laude. Would those students please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Graduates whose GPAs are 3.7 through 3.89 graduate magna cum laude with high praise. Of the students in the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences graduating today, there are 84 that are graduating magna cum laude. Would you please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Those graduates whose GPAs are 3.9 through a perfect 4.0 graduate summa cum laude with highest praise. Of the students graduating today in the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, there are 65 graduating summa cum laude. Would you please rise and be recognized? Yeah. Thank you, and congratulations to you all. At this time, I'd like the members of the platform party to please rise. And now, if you're able, the candidates for the baccalaureate and the master's degree, rise and remain standing. President Keller, on the recommendation of the faculty, the Executive Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, I'm pleased to present these candidates for the baccalaureate and master's degrees.
Thank you, Dean Cobb. One of the best things I get to do. On the recommendation of the faculty and the deans, and by the authority vested in me by the great state of Texas through the UNT System Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you've been certified with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates, on your tremendous accomplishment, and please join me in recognizing UNT's newest baccalaureate and master's graduates.
And now, will the marshals please bring the candidates forward to cross the stage and be recognized? Please be seated.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Anthropology. Tori Elizabeth Aldrich, summa cum laude. Alan Enrique Arellano, summa cum laude. Caitlin Jan Bennett, magna cum laude. Gia N. Bishop, summa cum laude. Jerica Michelle Del Cambry, magna cum laude. Kira Soleil Hendricks, summa cum laude. J.C. Iannone, cum laude. Adrian Dakota Jaramillo. Logan Sarah King, summa cum laude. Nell Magdalena Climas, magna cum laude. Tarsi Lang, magna cum laude. Carla Elena Martinez Aldana, summa cum laude. Mara Martinez. Laura Elizabeth May, cum laude. Hannah Kirsten Nielsen. Charlotte R. O'Neill. William Alexander Peoples. Katrina M. Quast. Berkeley Sade Robinson, cum laude. Isamar Ariadna Rodriguez. Faith V. Sandstrom. Allison N. Vaughn.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Anthropology.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Communication Studies. Madison Emma Lee Adam. Nima Akavaisi. Shaden G. Anderson. Lainey Arevalo, summa cum laude. Amy Elizabeth Barnard, summa cum laude. Olivia Eve Bradley. Dana Yosvani Capetillo Hernandez. Madeline Elizabeth Carlos, summa cum laude. Marco Antonio Castillo Hernandez, cum laude.
Anna Chill. Jared Contreras.
Kasia Lee Davis Shiflett, summa cum laude. Emma Grace Dolet. Stella M. Duke, cum laude. Avery Marie Fetcher, magna cum laude. Mackenzie Elizabeth Ferguson. Vincent Gaddis II. Arden Bell Grundy. Chandler Grace Gurney. Candlin Michelle Henry. Jada Shakur Higgins. Ethan J. Isgett, magna cum laude. Riley J. Jacobs, magna cum laude. Aiden Lentine Kelly. Jillian Thon Kreidel. Bruna Olivier Leao. Hannah Elizabeth Loving, summa cum laude. Kylie Meters. Isaac Harold Nathan. Olufei Shayo Dorotulua Olubori, summa cum laude. Chloe Elizabeth Otis, summa cum laude. Kaylee F. Payne. Noah Matthew Pelly. Jalen C. Pounders. Nicholas Kane Ramos. Sasha Paulina Sanchez. Mia Brielle Smith, magna cum laude.
Jaylee Steele.
Megan Rose Stratton. Alyssa T. Swaim, summa cum laude. Natalie Grace Trammell. Kaylee Turner. Alejandra Raquel Villarreal. Emily M. Wilson. Zuri L. Williams, cum laude. Ariana Nicole Yanez, cum laude. Jonathan Alexander Watkins, cum laude. Lindsay Margaret Stern, magna cum laude. Riley Rose Van.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Communication Studies.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Dance and Theater. Ivy Nicole Adams. Johnny Anderson, cum laude. Zaria Des Moines Barnes, magna cum laude.
Sophia Baran.
Olivia Danielle Lacey Bolden, magna cum laude. Reagan Elizabeth Burrows, cum laude. Grace Lorene Bynum.
Jacoby Clinton.
Caitlin Collins. Dajai Tonia Cook.
Colin Cook.
Anika E. Dade. Ashley Christina Davenport. Miranda Elizabeth Wagner, summa cum laude. Scott Eric Edens, Jr., cum laude. Isabella Alize Elizalde. Lorenzo Alejandro Gonzalez. Ethan James Gonzalez. Lukate Gurganidze.
Thomas Lawrence Hammond, Jr.
Israel A. Harmon. Amari Simone Harris, summa cum laude.
Kylie Alexa Hay.
Ariel S. Hillcox. Kennedy Ray Ireland. Jerry Brett Johnson. Joshua A. Johnson, cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Lambert. Brianna Elaine Leslie. Morgan Marigrace Lipscomb. Niku Anna Litov. Fatima del Rosario, Machias Ortiz, magna cum laude. Journey A. Mack. Sophia Giselle Mann. Haley Elise Matthews. Calandra Tiara McCraney. Camille E. Meeks, magna cum laude. Jackson R. Narvaez. Zoe Jane Oldenburg, magna cum laude. Melanie Martha Ordonez. Katie Oriana. Zoe M. Patino. Hagen Alfred Magnus Paulson. Aditya Pillai, cum laude. Esdethra Rose Pistone, cum laude. Kaylee Mae Ritchie, cum laude. Cade Hanson Roberti, summa cum laude. Lindsay Lee Roberts. Teresa Lisbeth Sanchez, magna cum laude. Gwendolyn A. Schwartz, summa cum laude. Lily Sherman. Iago Silva. Sydney K. Solberg. Jordan R. Sprague. Momoka Sugawara, magna cum laude. Masayama Sundara, cum laude. Kaylee Rose Tharp. Eric D. Tinkler. Maria Fernanda Vasquez Cruz, cum laude. Camille Ann Williams, cum laude. Reagan Mackenzie Winter.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Dance and Theater.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Economics. Ireoluatomiwa Adewolu, summa cum laude. Anthony M. Branch, magna cum laude. Shreya Olivia Brown, magna cum laude. Tam T. Dang. Grace E. Furman. Blake A. Gover. William E. Higdon, cum laude. Yesul Kim. Angel Marielle Ordaz. Isaac Matthew Peterson. Kayla Manelia Hiroko Queno. Justin Ramirez. Debian Toby Rohani, cum laude. Tyler Joseph Weiner. Caitlin G. Woods, cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Economics.
Presenting the candidates from the Frank W. and Sue Mayborn School of Journalism. Javeria Anwar, summa cum laude. Isabella Nicole Arbeláez. Alexander Nicholas Avila. Lisbeth N. Balderas, cum laude. Madison L. Barker. Jaden Katie Basley, magna cum laude. Alejandra Roel Becerra, cum laude. Cameron M. Bowman. Mason Isaiah Branham. Cameron M. Bowman. Mason Isaiah Branham. Avery Elizabeth Callens. Ashley Daniela Donette Castillo. Anissa Jolie Collazo, magna cum laude. Jaredon D. Dabbs. Addie Jane Davis, summa cum laude. Keelan T. Davis. Maxwell Davis. Jacob Alexander De La Garza. Michelle Antoinette Donahue, cum laude. Jaslyn Tierra Drake. Dylan Cade Duke, summa cum laude. Alyssa Madison Dumler. Dalton Ray Dyer. Emily Ann Fife, summa cum laude. Annalisa Rose Garcia. Anna G. Galad, cum laude. Lauren Sana George. Faith Brianna Gibson. Ethan Harper Gillis. Mackenzie Elaine Given, summa cum laude. Meredith Louise Brown Gross, magna cum laude. Josh Olalo Guab. Jules Olalo Guab. Alondra Gutierrez. Kirsten Mackenzie Harris. Jacqueline Celeste Hello. Caleb Marshall Harden, cum laude. Sean Hunley, magna cum laude. Kendrick Dwayne Hurst, magna cum laude. Chioma Blessing Emo. Jesse Gabriel Jimenez, cum laude. Armando Juarez Jr. Elena Nicole Jones, magna cum laude. Grant Michael Karen. Carson Terrence Kelly, cum laude. Alexis Camille Crockway, magna cum laude. Rebecca Lane Kalman. Kendall Delane Keaton, cum laude. Shreya Krishna, cum laude.
Leslie Marie Levine.
Natalie Yvette Lazo. Priya Uma Leal, cum laude. Allison Faith Leclerc, summa cum laude. Valeria Lopez, cum laude. Layla Star Lusby, cum laude. Giselle Abigail Madrid. Jacqueline Andrea Martinez. Madeline May McCrory, summa cum laude. Jai Kamir Mitchell. Inari Java Moore. Megan Mordock, summa cum laude. Christopher Wild Moss. Anna Luisa Moreno. Katie Lynn Newman, magna cum laude. Heather Kate Nixon, magna cum laude. Emily Grisel Okichich. Andrea Georgette, Olan Hernandez, magna cum laude. Catherine I. Osuma, cum laude. Aaron Barin Pantin. Aditya Sureshbhai Patel. Thomas K. Phillips. Ethan Isaac Plinsky. Rachel Suzanne Rummage. McKinnon Regan Rice, magna cum laude. Brianna S. Salas Velasquez. Quinn Alexander Sandel, cum laude. Anirudh J. Shenoy, summa cum laude. Anthony John Simone. Taggart A. Kent. Parker Elliott Smith. Alyssa Renee Stevenson. Matthew Jason Stone. Damian Alexander Wells. Macy Olin Terry.
Amy Isabella Tovar.
Natalie Vanderwall, magna cum laude. Alec Villegas, summa cum laude. Sydney Renee West. Andrew Kyle Wheeler, summa cum laude. Kevin P. Walker. Alana Woodard. Caitlin Marie Yukna, magna cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Frank W. and Sue Mayborn School of Journalism.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Geography and the Environment. Alyssa Ryan Alsobrook. Ethan Lyndon Bradshaw. Logan R. Burchett, cum laude. Kayla A. Burrow. Olivia Chapman. Alexander Joseph Cornwall. Melissa Fajardo. Alexander Joseph Cornwall. Michael Devin Fincher. Luke Allen Hicks. Eric R. Huitron. Joshua C. Jones. Isabella H. Kimbrough. Renner Charles Killian. Emma Mackenzie Land. Joshua Elliott Maya. Caitlin Lee McAdoo. Andrew T. Perry. Camden T. Pierce. Abigail E. Pyle, cum laude. Nicholas William Reedy, cum laude.
Riley K. Roeder, summa cum laude.
Carson M. Smith, summa cum laude. Hien Tony Trin, magna cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Geography and the Environment.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Media Arts. Krista Renee Adams, cum laude. Jalen David Alexander. Peter Lawrence Elijah Alexander. Adalberto Areguin. Macy James Armstrong.
Cadence Bozon, summa cum laude. Karam Guadalupe Beckham.
Daniel Evan Bennett. John G. Berenson, cum laude. Andrea Valentina Bellolio, cum laude. Allison E. Bermudez. Jackson Walker Berry. Hannah Bessie. Robert M. Blair, summa cum laude. Cole Jameson Blount, magna cum laude. Tanera Bowen, summa cum laude. Cameron R. Buies. Miguel Romulus Burke. Emma Suzanne Burns. Asha Chowdhury. Kelsey Catherine Clark, summa cum laude. Spencer J. Clifton.
Matilde Contreras Cervantes, magna cum laude.
Jackson Holly Cruz, cum laude. Isabella Sophia Davis, cum laude. Cole A. Davis. Brooke Aaron Deering, magna cum laude. Brenna Faith Dial, cum laude. Raylyn Brianna Dominguez, cum laude. Audrey E. Duncan. Grayson Duncan. Denicia Mache Ely. Elisa Ennis, summa cum laude. Luke C. Flassbowler. Sean Christopher Forsberg. Esther Full, summa cum laude. Noah Lee Four. Riley S. Fransky. Brooks Moan Gamble. Edward Games. Chance A. Gates, summa cum laude. Alina Alessandra Gomez. Colin Smith Grant. Lauren Taylor Green, magna cum laude. Lizeth Grimaldo, cum laude. Jonah Brennan Hall. Madeline Julia Ham. Mason Patrick Hathcock. Grant Scott Hudson. Edith Guevara. Alisa Gutierrez, summa cum laude. Andrew Shelton Heyman, summa cum laude. Jordan Elizabeth Hanks, magna cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Robbins Head. Audrey Ann Hinshaw, magna cum laude. Morgan L. Holman, summa cum laude. Callie A. Huff, cum laude. Hiram Huerta, cum laude.
Donovan Javron Brown, cum laude.
Ayla Reese Hurley. Alexandria Colby Jackson. Jayla Ray Jackson, cum laude. Lucas Edward Johnston. Hannah Marie Jones. Jeremiah C. Jones. Emily Elizabeth Kennedy. Summer Ali Kamis. Yasin Muhammad Khan. Christopher Dong Hyun Kim. Jaden Ernest Lathan. Cariel Shari Locke, cum laude. Jorge Enrique Lopez, summa cum laude. Grayson Seth Love. Emma Lunsford. Ryan Gordon McBride, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Marcia McLean, summa cum laude. Alexa Nicole Makowski. Alex Dwayne Manor. Justice Lee March. Alexis Martinez. Kennedy Ryan McConnell, cum laude. Alejandra O. Mateo. Ava Marguerite McDonald, magna cum laude. Reagan G. McDonald, summa cum laude.
Joel Christopher Carrick McNee Jr., magna cum laude.
Carlos Fernando Monsante. Trig Moore, cum laude. Francisco J. Morales. Kennedy Ann Marie Morrow, magna cum laude. Troyce Monica Murphy. Vanessa Arnahera. Connor Drake Nielsen, magna cum laude. Matthew Christopher Oswald, cum laude. Cole Timothy Park. Tobias Kai Pathumachith. Christian A. Peña. Cerro Perino. Indigo West Petty. Braden R. Pop. Peter Rabel, cum laude. Ariana Danielle Rach, cum laude. Leslie Reyes Licea, cum laude. Brant S. Reed, cum laude. Jaden Lee Reese, magna cum laude. Theory M. Rhines, summa cum laude. Karis Michelle Rogers, cum laude. Tristan Kiboy Rotich, magna cum laude. Lee Nick Sullick. Mark Anthony Sanchez. Anthony Orion Santopetro, cum laude. Benito G. Santos. Adam Jeffrey C. Sham S. Shah. Taylor E. Smart. Akina M. Smith. Amaya Smith. Caden B. Smith, magna cum laude. Olivia Rano Sotelo. Ian J. Sparkman, magna cum laude. Elijah Lowell Strader, cum laude. Stone J. Swad. Ethan James Taladino. Stephen Paul Thrasher. Shekina A. Toro. Max Israel Torres. Jaden Andrew Tucker, summa cum laude. Paul Valenta. Amanda Lisette Villatoro, cum laude. Griffin Michael Wade. William Wallace. Justin Howard Walters, cum laude. Charles C. Ware. Jordan Malik Watkins, cum laude. Eric Ryan Wendler. Brandon Samaj Williams. Leilani Brooke Williams. Cornelius James Williams Peoples. Matthew R. Willingham, magna cum laude. Devin Zock, magna cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Media Arts.
Presenting the candidates from Integrative Studies.
Ade Toto Christiana Ade Misi Ade Tomiawa.
Destiny Grace Alberts. Cassidy G. Allen, cum laude. Hanin Abed Al-Hamid Al-Kamil. Justin David Anshundia. Joshua Caleb Aaron. Carlos Arzola. Sondos Sharif Assad. Jocelyn Gisela Barrientos. Alexis Tamar Benson. Yasmin N. Bati, magna cum laude. Rachel Marie Bloom. Megan Emma Bonar. Ariana Bosiliqua. Matthew George Bonaz. Chavez Brown. Roderick Dwayne Brown. Triviant Avanti Bronson. Darren C. Bruner II. Ryan Allen Bryant, cum laude. Trinity Ann Buanya. Victoria Bustos. Yahaira Chavez, summa cum laude. Hayden Christopher Campbell. Shantavia Umbranique Childs. Tangela LaShawn Coates. Brandon Paul Cook. Carly Costa. Jordan Lee Krill, cum laude. Oscar Cura Martinez. Theresa Day, cum laude. William Lee Darby. Alina Marie Davis. Aaron David DeYoung, cum laude. Candace K. DeGreat. Fanta Diakite. Elizabeth Kimberly Duda. Haley Marie Dufek. Elena Caroline Dull. Zachary Paul Durazzo. Makaira Lynn Ellis. Avery Michelle Evans, cum laude.
Zachary Evans.
Josue Fabella. Cassandra Alexis Fernandez.
Seth Ford.
Jasoba Flores. Melanie L. Flores. Jasper Floyd. Zachary John Fox. Rebecca Lee Fulmer. Xavier V. Fuqua. Butoyi Gadi. Taylor Alexandria Gahagan. Samantha I. Gallegos. Emily Allison Garcia. Jorge Andres Garcia, cum laude. Paloma Yoresi Garcia. Jackson Taylor Gibbs. Calista Renee Gibson. Ashlyn E. Geerling, magna cum laude. Cecilia Gabriela Diaz Guzman. William Cade Gillespie. Haley Ann Goss. Amber Renee Green, cum laude. Vincent Abrai Green. Gabriela Guerrero. Christopher Brian Gutierrez, cum laude. Veronice Gutierrez. Samara E. Haile. Brock A. Hamilton. Sarah Catherine Hatch, summa cum laude. Krista J. Hawkins, magna cum laude. Emma Jo Hegel. Cameron Lynn Hinkle. Kaylee Madison Hoffman. Kyle G. Hong, magna cum laude. Juniper Hovey, magna cum laude. Brianna Meshel Huey. Allison Renee Hux. Michael Allen Higgins. Blessing Iheme. Cole Parker Isbell. Emily D. Jackson. Evan Alexander Johnson. Raquel Teniel Johns. Carmisha LaShawn Johnson. Caitlin N. Johnson. Samantha Marie Jones, magna cum laude. Jordan Nicole Jordan. Lillian Joy Khan. Satya Kabir Panti, cum laude.
Imani Benedicte Kaiwa Kayembe.
Sarah Texas Kerr. Joseph Christopher Kim. Priscilla Tyson Kincaid. Stacy Leon Ramos, magna cum laude. Ulysses Dashawn Lewis. Blaine Elizabeth Leggett. Megan Kelsey Logue. Cole William Little, magna cum laude.
Ijane Gail Marie Luckett.
Alicia Isabel Martinez. Lori Ann Massengill.
Abdul Mathak.
Maximilian Zane McClenny. Ryan Keith McGuire. Gilil Enrico McMillan. Jennifer Mendoza. Wendy Mendoza. Tony Otsoy Miller. Gabriela Molina. Itomishore Dominique David Monjoc. Kaya Darby Montgomery. Ratoris Safara J. Moore. Andrea Renee Morns Rollins. Aspen Morrill. Sarah Paige Mosley, cum laude. Lauren Olivia McKitten. Jaden Michael Okwesa, cum laude. Dottie Bell Newhouse.
Kwang Nguyen, cum laude.
Maya Elizabeth Norris. Angela A. Oklu Lee. Jarvis J. Owens. Elijah W. Padilla. Visa Paracha. Shahil Patel. Indigo Renee Penn. Nadia Renee Perez, summa cum laude. Shane Porter. Colleen Ann Poteet. Cassidy J. Powell. Ethan A. Pritchard. Titus Montgomery Maurice Mallory. Alexi Patino, cum laude. Khatija Nazmalek, magna cum laude. Trisha Montena. Lee Ann Porter. Shelby Leah Miller. Layla Ashley Rains, magna cum laude. Stephen P. Ramos. Dante S. Ratcliffe. Jasmine L. Reese. Allison K. Renfro, magna cum laude. Betsaida Yamilet Rivera. Tierra Monet Roberts. Lexi Caroline Rodenbaugh, summa cum laude. Addison Noel Rodriguez, cum laude. Heaven N. Rodriguez. Diamond Monet Rogers. Angelo Henry Rosendo. Diego Miguel Saiz. Caitlin Rose Sarbach, cum laude. Jessica Alice Schwab. Evan James Simmons, summa cum laude. David George Smith, cum laude. Sierra Ashley Springer, magna cum laude. Jessica Lynn Stanier. Bailey Aaron Starcher. Manishika Suresh, magna cum laude. Deja D. Terry. Lacey Nicole Thomas. Chelsea Diana Thompson. Alicia Kaya Thurston. Brianna Elena Todor, summa cum laude. Sophia Tucha, magna cum laude. Fatafehi Tasila Miliona Vailea. Caleb M. Velez. Jaron Vernon.
Carmen L. Villanueva.
Cadence Hope Wanshoff. Rebecca J. Walther. Grace Angela Washington. Carson Reese Vatsky, magna cum laude. Kaylin Gabriel Weaver. Jada Janae Wheat. Justice Washington, cum laude. Bailey Wesco, cum laude. Scott Joseph Williamson. Cole Wayne Woodrum.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Integrative Studies and Social Science.
Presenting the candidates from Social Science. Tristan David Ball, summa cum laude. Erica Jasmine Casillas. Stacy Childers, magna cum laude. Ashlyn Avery Page Cole. Kelly Nicole Cutler, cum laude. John Daniel Connor. Jackson Makayo Davis. Johanna Lee Fetters, magna cum laude. Christina Gabriella Flowers, cum laude. Austin Donovan Gilly. Zachary Harris. Jada Joseph, summa cum laude. Bibiana Lucio. Anti Huai Lee. Dante Dylan McKee, summa cum laude. Devin Michael Pope. Stephanie Salas Sanchez. Kenneth Russell Struck.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Social Science.
Presenting the candidates from International Studies. Aya Abu Hijle, magna cum laude. Claire Elise Anderson, summa cum laude. Emily A. Arnett, magna cum laude. Justin Derek Basie. Oluwadunsi R. Adalare Lukula. Jasmine Magda Flores Quintero, magna cum laude. Alexis Virginia Gavin, summa cum laude. Eddie A. Gomez, cum laude. Sahar Hamze. Simaj Devin Johnson. Chelsea Guadalupe Marquez, magna cum laude. Griffin Isaiah McKinney. Brooke Myers, magna cum laude. Dontrell Tyrese Mitchell. Cambria Monaco. Yadira Yanet Ochoa Pinto. Christina J. Ortiz. Adria Ryan Poller. Miriam E. Partlow. Victoria Sidler. Georgia Lee Spencer. Jaden Lene Watkins.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of International Studies.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Sociology. Vanessa Brooke Anderson. Colby Sheldon Braley. Johnny Angel Briones. Zoe Marie Burke, cum laude. Nija Ari Childs, magna cum laude. Mia C. Henrich, cum laude. Sierra Valeska Huffnagel. Prince Johnson. Brian Henry Kersey. Sydney A. Malone Flores. Jose Manuel Martinez. Rebecca E. Matthews, magna cum laude. Grant Newell. Quinn Le Diem Nguyen, summa cum laude. Ikechi Chimi Obiagwu. Brian Keith Parkinson Jr. Yazi Denise Rojas. Taylor Yanel Sage. Abigail Genevieve Shirley, magna cum laude. Sarah J. Wilhite. Shalom Enoch Olutimilehin Yesuf.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Sociology.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Technical Communication, Noah Reese Ballard, Michelle Marie Bianco, Ricardo Carter, Anea Dixon, Derek Soala Johnbull, Robert G. Landon, Samuel Shady Roth.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Technical Communication.
Presenting the master's candidates from the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, Abhi Sravya Alavala, Sydney Arnold, Amos Jeffred Apia, Jinghua R. Asungani, Sameda Wudu, Holden David Bukowski, Cameron Avery Burnap, Courtney Nicole Cannon, Kendall Austin DeWitt, Ghazaleh Ebn Nasir, Danielle Mary Jan Ellis, Kendrick J. Frost, Sakir Intesser, Advaitha Kallu, Chelsea King, Nicholas Lawson, Taylor Elaine Mathis, Maria Magdalena Mazvimavi, Win Koi Win, Christopher Brian Pardo, Kelly Anise Parton, Stephen Wade Richard Jr., Tyler Wayne Rodriguez, Daniela Alexa Shadow, Valerie F. Shams, Priscilla Teta, Paula Vasquez, Brennan Michael Williams, Mason Lee Shepard, Lauren Kelly Simmons, Ayman El-Sawi, Courtney Denise Hutchinson,
Kennedy Austin,
Elena Andra Stoica, Maria Dolores Martins Crane, Mezabah Nur Masum, Mason Russell Garner, Martin G. Friedenthal,
join me in congratulating UNT's newest graduates.
Hello, graduates. What a day and what a feeling. You did it, and we couldn't be more proud. My name is Ernest Martinez, and I'm honored to be with you today on behalf of the UNT Alumni Association and the Division of University Advancement. Class of 2025, you've reached an extraordinary milestone. Earning your degree is no small feat. It takes unyielding dedication, making tough choices, and a belief in yourself, even when it felt out of reach. Today proves you did just that and more. But this moment isn't just about what you finished. It's about everything you're stepping into. The degree you've earned here is more than a piece of paper. It represents the power of your persistence and the value of a UNT education. No matter where life takes you, what you've learned here will open doors, shape conversations, and guide decisions. And you're not doing it alone. Along the way, you may have crossed paths with UNT alumni in more ways than you realized. Maybe it was a career panel or a classroom visit where a former student shared hard-earned insight and a little encouragement. Or a networking event that sparked a new connection or opened a door. Maybe you met an alum through the Mean Green Mentors program or received a scholarship funded by a proud UNT graduate. And we hope you felt that UNT pride at the bonfire, surrounded by generations of alumni who still come back to cheer you on. Those moments were never just about tradition. They were about connection. Now it's your turn to take your place in that legacy. When you cross this stage, you're joining something much bigger than yourself. You're joining a community. That's what it means to be part of the UNT alumni family. We're more than a list of names. We're mentors, connectors, and champions for each other's wins. The scrappy spirit that lives on this campus doesn't fade after graduation. It just finds new ways to shine. Whether you stay close or move far, you'll always be part of this place. And we hope you'll stay connected by attending events and helping the next generation of Mean Green find their way. And be sure to join your fellow alumni in the online North Texas network, which you can learn about in the back of your program. Many of you already have by making a senior class gift. You've chosen to pay it forward and leave something meaningful behind. Now, before you go out and take on the world, let's mark this moment with a special tradition. If you're wearing a class ring, take a second to turn it out so that the University of North Texas faces outward. It's a small gesture, but it symbolizes something big. Your readiness to take what UNT has given you and share it with the world. Class of 2025, you have what it takes to lead, to serve, and to make a difference. Wherever life leads, we'll be cheering you on. Congratulations, and welcome to the UNT alumni family, and go Mean Green.
Greetings, everyone. I'm the Executive Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, Dr. Albert Bemper, and before I begin, I want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day this weekend. One of my greatest pleasures as your dean is to stand on this stage and meet you as you walk across, to see your smiles from ear to ear speak volumes of what this accomplishment means. But now that you've returned to your seats with your degree cover in hand, look up, look around. This is exactly the very moment you have been preparing for. Those represented here on the platform party as well as your family and your friends and the audience and those online, now look upon you with a curiosity, an anticipation, intrigue about how you are to meet the moment that now awaits you outside these Coliseum doors when you depart today. In thinking about what the commencement topic should be today, I figured it's probably best that I avoid any controversial topic at this moment. Follow the conventional wisdom of commencement speeches. So I've decided that we'll just take this opportunity to talk about the right to keep and bear arms. Based on that reaction, I think some of y'all think I'm joking, but those that know me best know I'm not. I'm not talking about the Second Amendment variety of the American Constitution. Certainly, gun violence is no joking matter. Tragically, these types of violences have reared their head very close to home, such as about a year ago at my high school alma mater, Arlington Bowie High School, and just weeks ago at Wilmer Hutchins High School. Both of those only about 50 miles from where you sit right now. I expect that your generation will continue to assess the realities of this type of violence and possibly even the role of firearms in our modern society going forward. But today, I wish to speak about the right to keep and bear arms in a much broader context. So each of you were admitted to UNT. That was my generation extending our hand to invite you to explore your curiosities of the world you live and the world you wish to live in. We welcomed you into this open marketplace for the exchange of ideas, to ask questions, to challenge us and to be challenged. To be admitted to UNT was my generation recognizing that each of you, the talented and the determined, were willing to wipe your brow, tighten your belt, roll up your sleeves, and do the really hard work to make this institution better. And you have done just that. Job well done. But today you emerge from the forge of this great institution, having earned a degree, earned an education to meet the very moment with your unique talents, your determination, your skills, the skills of critical thinking, the skills to communicate clearly and effectively, the skills of adaptability, the skills to problem solve, drawing on an analysis of diverse perspectives and sometimes divergent data, the skills to pursue ethical judgment, the skills of decision making. See, my generation is one built of perseverance, resilience, and work ethic forged in its own unique times of uncertainty. We led society through some of the most significant shifts of recent times. It was our hands that steered organizations through these periods of transition, whether it be adopting cutting-edge technology or fostering flexible work cultures. See, my generation, we straddled the nostalgic age of analog with the convenience of the digital age. I grew up on mixtapes and Saturday morning cartoons, and I grew into streaming services and social media. And still, despite the best efforts of the generations that have come before you, having left tools for you to pick up and use along your journey, you will meet a world, your moment, outside these arena doors full of challenges. Our society today is stricken with many ancient foes of mankind. Racism, sexism, ethnocentrism, war, disease, poverty, illness, famine, all of which have yet to die on our watch. So consider this. Etched inside the stone, into the stone circling the inside dome of the Jefferson Memorial in Washington, D.C., are these words: I have sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. The moment in front of you is your opportunity to confront a society that wrestles with not just the ancient foes, but the daunting and the encouraging, found and escalating issues, such as that of gun violence, but of a global refugee crisis, foreign and domestic threats to our erosions of democracy, cybersecurity attacks against our infrastructure, an increasing greenhouse effect evidenced by the warming of global temperatures and the melting ice sheets, human trafficking, reproductive justice, and a crisis of mental health, just to name a few. Can you see your moment coming into focus now? Recognizing that moment, maybe the next question worth asking is, what is it that each of these challenges may have in common? I submit that each of them aims to suppress our hope, discourage our curiosity of the best that lives within us, maybe reign terror over how we think of ourselves and the nuanced considerations we give to the humanity of others. You see, the unfinished work of the generations that have come before you now define the very test of your generation's will, determination, and courage to wage eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Many of you entered campus on North Texas Boulevard today, passing the large monument of our university seal. And as you depart, if you go that same way, you will see inscribed on the back of that same landmark these words, "Only the educated are free." Now take this with you. It doesn't say that only the graduated are free. Only the educated are free. These words spoken by Stoic philosopher Epictetus to illuminate the belief that the true essence of education is beyond the mere accumulation of knowledge. See, born a slave into the Roman Empire, Epictetus also strongly believed that spending your energy on that which you can control in a world amidst so much that is out of your control, in a world of grave tyranny and despair as a Roman slave, he spent his energy defending and developing his mind and the minds of others against all hostilities of tyranny and despair I suspect even few of us in this arena could imagine today. And then some 18 centuries later, having been incarcerated for 27 years, Nelson Mandela was released from prison in 1990 to later become president of South Africa and to usher in the end of his country's apartheid system. Having faced unimaginable conditions of ignorance and hopelessness, Mandela reminds us the most powerful weapon to change the world is education. So what connects Epictetus to Nelson Mandela to you? It's the earned right to keep and bear the greatest weapon of change, education. Keep it well, and it will continue to change you for the better. Your education extends beyond the residence halls, the lecture halls, and the student union of UNT. It too extends beyond you. So your education, your freedom are realized in a world of immense complexity and uncertainty connected to the education and freedoms of others. Today, as it's been said, you don't only possess a degree in your hand. You have the earned duty of responsibility to keep and bear this most powerful weapon of change. How will you keep it? And how will you use it to see others? Each generation, out of relative obscurity, must discover its mission, fulfill it, or betray it. As I stare out at each of you, taking your turn at the wheel of progress as our generation moves to the passenger seat, I would suggest to each of you that your generation's mission is to discover not how to be constrained by the education you've earned here, just the knowledge that you've earned here. Instead, show us that you've been educated by showing us that you can think better to unlock the doors of freedoms for others. This comes down to your courage. Every generation has had to reach within themselves to reveal the courage necessary to confront the circumstances and the contradictions, both of which the daunting and the encouraging of their day. So consider this. With only a month before he would issue the Emancipation Proclamation, and just 5 months after, he would expand public education to be accessible to more than just the elite class, President Lincoln addressed Congress with this final thought: fellow citizens, we cannot escape history. We of this Congress and of this administration will be remembered in spite of ourselves. No personal significance or insignificance can spare one or another of us. The fiery trial through which we pass shall light us down in honor or dishonor to the latest generation. We, even we here, hold the power and bear the responsibility. We shall nobly save or meanly lose the last best hope of earth. At that time, Lincoln was referring to the last best hope on earth as democracy. I would, to extrapolate maybe the meaning of his words to this moment in your lives now, I would say that the last best hope for us to nobly save or meanly lose is human potential. You see, the mission of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences has been to amplify human potential to propel transformation. It's a mission that has guided us to prepare you to become leaders of progress each and every day. It's a mission that we bestow upon you to carry with you on your own journey. It's a mission that we expect of you and hope that you will use to see others, see their challenges, see their needs, see their potential, see their opportunities. And when you see it, choose to be a transformative experience in their lives. The generations of Epictetus, Lincoln, Mandela were most certainly imperfect. In a world of obscurity, they sought to discover their mission through relentless debate, often through war, through human struggle for basic human rights, political strife, economic downturns, and more. And I think it's fair to say, like my generation, your generation is probably bound to be imperfect. Do not let that which is imperfect prevent progress. So here is my charge to the class of spring 2025. In a world where you can be anything you want to be the very best version of you. You have earned the privilege and the responsibility to bear the most powerful weapon to create change. May you meet your moment or your generation by living a life that meaningfully impacts and improves the lives of others. Go live free. Be intellectually humble. Take every opportunity to unlock your mind to new ideas, new debates, and new discoveries. So go, Mean Green. Go meet your moment. May God speed.
Thank you, Dean Bimper, for that charge to the class. I want to take this moment to invite your student commencement speaker and fellow graduate of the Department of Sociology back up to the podium to lead us in one more special tradition to send you out of here as official graduates. Daniela, this honor belongs to you.
My fellow class graduates, it is now my honor to instruct you to move the tassel of your cap to the left to officially proclaim your status as the newest college graduates and UNT alumni. Congratulations.
Before we conclude, I know you will want to join me in thanking our vocalist, Chandler Head, and pianist, Mongni Tong, and our announcer, Mr. Russ Stukel, Director of Alumni and Donor Engagement, Texas Academy of Mathematics and Science, and ASL interpreters, Kaylee Floyd and Shayna Pickering. Finally, it goes without saying that many of you would not be here today if not for the support of your family, friends, faculty, and your fellow students. Graduates, I would like to offer you this last moment to stand if you are able and join me in applauding those who helped you earn your degree. Graduates, as you remain standing, I would like to invite everyone else to rise for the conclusion of the ceremony. Chandler will lead us in singing the alma mater, after which the marshals will lead the recessional. Best wishes for a fine future as graduates and alumni of UNT's College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. May each of you continue to soar higher. Go Mean Green!